Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahawah Shah, Bahashem, Rakadash. Those are the only and original names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. YAHAWAH means He is, He exists. Yahawah Shah means He delivers and He saves. Rakadash is the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles out of Great Millstone who taught us this 100% truth of the Holy Bible through the spirit of Yahawah Shah. And these men were regenerated back in the latter times to gather in the hope for elect out of the nation of Israel that only consists of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native Americans that are off of your father bloodline. Shalom out there to the brothers that teach, preach, and prophesy through the spirit of Yahawah Shah. And shalom out there to the brothers and sisters that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that's part of this 100% ministry. May the Lord continue to add peace upon you. This is now we're all coming back at you again, hopefully with another edifying lesson through the spirit of Yahawah Shah. Yahawah commands, okay? The next one is thou shalt not steal. Let's go ahead and grab that. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, and we're going to go to verse 15. Thou shalt not steal, okay? Now, we do understand what stealing is in a physical standpoint, okay? Having something, taking something that doesn't belong to you. Right, and it goes with anything, whether it's adultery, whether it's an item, okay, it's something that does not belong to you, right? So now we understanding that before it becomes a physical thing, you will have to think that if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to take, okay, that's the steps you want to in order to take something that doesn't belong to you. All right, thou shalt not steal, but see. We're more on the spiritual because the scriptures tell us that those that worship the Most High, you have to worship Him in spirit. Okay? So we're going to go to the spiritual aspect of this because the physical part is just simple and easy. Okay? Don't take anything that doesn't belong to you. All right? But now because we're in the latter times, but remember, nothing new is under the sun. So the same things that was happening back then is happening right now. Now, what are we speaking about when we're speaking about stealing on in this aspect? Well, Let's go to 2 Samuel. All right, 2 Samuel. And let's go to chapter 15. We're going to deal with King David's son, Absalom. Okay? Because Absalom stole the hearts of men. Okay? And that's a major offense towards the Lord Yahawah Bashem Yahweh Shah. When you go out here and you teach these false doctrines, right? And you subdue the simplicity of people that follow along in suit with you, however you done it, to seduce them. You're taking their hearts, you're taking their spirits, you're taking their minds from them. And their hearts and mind don't belong to you. Especially if you're corrupting them with wrong doctrine. And guess what? That's throughout the Christianity church. That's throughout some of these Israelite camps. Okay, and that's also out through the thug mentality of the street codes out here. Okay, where you got to get rich or die trying. All right, you're stealing the hearts of men. You're stealing the minds of men. You're stealing the souls of men. Okay. 2 Samuel chapter 15. Let's start at verse 1. And it came to pass after this that Absalom prepared him chariots and horses and 50 men to run before him. Okay, Absalom is King David's son. All right. And you have to know that Absalom killed his brother as well. So he already had a form of wickedness in him. All right. Verse 2. And Absalom rose up early and stood beside the way of the gate. And it was so that when any man that had a controversy came to the king for judgment, then Absalom called unto him and said, "O, of what city art thou?" And he said, "Thy servant is of one of the tribes of Israel." Okay, so now Absalom, he wants to take over his father's kingdom, King David's kingdom. Okay, a wicked individual, right? So usually when a situation comes about, we will go to the king so he can judge the matter. He can balance it out. This is why the Lord set certain kings up, especially King David. Okay, so exactly with his other son, King Solomon, right? Because of the wisdom, all right, and what carries along when you're in a top ranked position. So the Israelites will come to the king for any quarreling matter, any situation, right, to get it resolved. But Absalom, because he wants to be the king, he wants to take over the throne, right? He sneaks and goes, and he ain't really sneaking because he does it in the open, right? And he goes and tell these people, listen, you can come to me. I'll help you to solve your matter, right? Verse 3, and Absalom said unto him, see, thy matters are good and right, but there is no man deputed of the king to hear thee. Absalom said, moreover, oh, that I were made judge in the land, that every man which have any suit or cause might come unto me, and I would do him justice. You see, he's already, if you're not the king, though, you're not the leader of the 12 tribes of Israel. You see, you want to step ahead. You want to go ahead. And when you even watch some of these certain TV shows and series about how the wicked families are set up where the sons want to take over the throne fast and want to kill the father, you know what I'm saying, to get the inheritance early. Well, this is part of some of the situation going on right now. He didn't have patience. He was already wicked anyway. And the Lord really wasn't going to grant you that throne like that. Okay? It wasn't even set up for you to do that. It was set up for you to do what you're doing. For as a stumbling block to those wicked Israelites as well that went on and followed you. And that's the same thing that's happening out here. The Lord is setting these men up, these wicked prophets, so-called prophets, these wicked men of the Lord, so-called men of the Lord, okay, that come and pacify you, let you hear what you want to hear, okay, speak these good words unto them so they can follow in suit, and you can keep them like how the devil had us with a yoke of iron. He didn't take it off until we were spiritually destroyed, okay, where we depended on him psychologically. And felt as though he was the power, right? So this is the same thing you're doing with your own people. When you out here delivering false doctrine. When you're not giving out the 100% truth of this Holy Bible. And that's the majority of these camps out here. And that's all of Christianity. You better come up out of that, man. You better come on up out of there. Let's keep reading. Verse 5. And it was so, that when any man came nigh to him to do him obvious, he put forth his hand and took him and kissed him. You see that? See, that's an impressive gesture, right? Now, when you read throughout the scriptures, you would notice that it states in the form that Absalom was a handsome man. Okay, he was comely. Okay, so now you got that aspect, and then you come in with all these chariots and horses and having these men come before you every time you come through, you know, that's showing some type of power, some form of leadership into the eyes of the simplicity, of the simple, okay, of the naive, okay. So you bringing these jesters to make you look and be on this type of pedestal, so that when the regular people see you and they speak of you, they'll speak of a manner that's praising you. And that's what all you were seeking. So you can draw them away from the king, which is your father, King David. Verse 6. And on this manner did Absalom to all Israel that came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of the men of Israel. All right, let's go back to verse 5 again. And it was so that when any man came nigh to him to do him obeisance, he put forth his hand and took him and kissed him. Okay, so that's anybody coming with a matter. He's letting them know that he's going to seek justice for them, and by stamping it, he hugs them and he kissed them. King David ain't doing that. Okay, and ain't no real man of the Lord, right? That the Lord set up is going to be out here kissing men. It's going to be out here hugging on men like that. That's very an effeminate move. You see. So when he does this, the minds of the people are like, well, dang, that's the same way it is with the election. These people are trying to figure out who can give them what, who can satisfy their needs and their lusts when they go and vote. Okay, knowing that the Lord told you not to vote, but you're going to continue to vote. We're speaking of the Israelites. So they're looking to see who can give them what, because our people are already destroyed. It's more wicked than righteous of our people. So if you're in a position to be nominated for something, they're going to look on factors of ways of how can they benefit you, right? And speaking of the Democrat and Republican Party, the two horns, okay, the Democratic Party, to a certain degree, they don't follow the Bible at all, because they believe in homosexuality. They believe in all these women rights. They believe in abortion. Okay, so that side is wicked, and a lot of our people are with that side. But then you got the Republican side as well. Okay, those things that are set up for the Republican is for slavery. Continue to be in slavery in the physical and spiritual mindset. Okay, so I either or is a horn of the wicked. But our people goes to the ones that's going to satisfy their lustful needs and wants. This is why they Democrat. Because the Democratic Party, again, does not go with the law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible. They're liars. And this is what a lot of our people are into. But see, the Lord put that stumbling block up. Because the same people that were back then that was doing that, we're here now. And it's the same that was in the YAHAWAH time. Those same wicked, rebellious spirits that are naive, that go along with wicked men, they were back then and they still here today. You see? So this gesture that Absalom put up, okay, you hugging and you kissing people, what they're going to do? Melt their hearts. Especially if you soft like that. You feel as though somebody care about you. Right? But he's not even realizing that, and you're not even realizing that when that happens, first of all, your heart does not belong to no man. Your spirit does not belong to no man. So when a man is able to seduce you in a wicked way, knowing that deep down, this ain't right. Because you have to have common sense. Why would the son of the king try to take over? It's like it just bypassed your minds. And we speaking of the ones that were back then right now. Okay, that we're reading about that went along with Absalom. And on this manner, that Absalom to all Israel that came to the king for judgment. So Absalom stole the hearts of men of Israel. You see that? These are the things that are happening today. Of these men making these videos with all these gimmicks to try to draw in that crowd. That crowd that don't want to follow the law, statute, commandments the proper way. That don't want to accept real faith. Maybe the Lord never gave it to them. That's the congregation of the dead. That's the blind leading the blind. And this is what those men, when they went up to war with David, what they did, they died. All the men died. See, you was being set up to fall in the ditch. The same way as IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, okay, and all them other ones that trickle under, that follow Christianity doctrine, that have sold out with the bad because they don't even want to call on the real name of the Lord. They don't want to teach that. They don't want to put that as foremost major thing of the ministry when it is. Because you got to know the names first. You got to accept the names. You got to teach the names. You got to preach the names. You got to prophesy the names. So if you're involved in the Christianity church or any of these camps that does not promote the name Yahawah or YAHAWAH, your heart has been stolen from you. And the Lord allowed that to happen. That means you're walking dead. You're a zombie. You don't have what it takes. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 24. Let's go to Proverbs 24. And let's read and let's read verse 3. Salakia, it's not 24:3. It's 27. 27. Salakia for that. 27:6. This is Proverbs, the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. You see that? See, the Lord is not going to have this book written the way it's written for you not to understand it. But it's like but remember, he gives only his elect, right? The proper understanding, the mysteries of these Bibles, where you could go line upon line, precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little, to be able to understand these scriptures. Now, it told you back in 2 Samuel that Absalom would kiss these people and hug them. A form of an oppressive gesture, right? To seduce them. Okay? But now when you go in Proverbs, it's telling you what? Let's read that again. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Faithfulness, loyalness is of a real friend. Okay? He's not gonna do attributes of wickedness behind his doings towards you. He's going to be loyal to you. He doesn't have to give you no impressive gesture in order for you to follow along with him. Okay? That's what a real friend doing. A real friend is going to lead you right. He's not going to sugarcoat anything. He's damn sure ain't going to throw the brick and hide his hand. You see? Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Okay? Whether he's an Israelite or not, speaking of Absalom, you were an enemy to the people. Because the people were under one command, David. Right? But what did you do? You seduced them to follow you. So you was already wicked. Right? And your deceitful acts is what caused them to fall under the sword. Okay? Yeah, they had their own mind where they can choose this and choose that. But guess what? They chose you. And you allowed it because you're the one who set it up. You seduced them. You brought them to believe what you had was better than what was given out or what was shown. You see? Read that one more time. The book of Proverbs chapter 27 verse 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend. Faithfulness, loyalty, commitment. Okay? But the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Why does he have to kiss you? Why would you accept a kiss from a man that's leading you wrong? And you know deep down that he's leading you wrong. But remember, our people are stiff-necked. They're rebellious. They was already hating on King David anyway. Okay? Thou shalt not steal. Taking something that does not belong to you. Using it for your advantage. The Lord is against that. Let's stay in Proverbs. Stay in Proverbs. Let's go to, matter of fact, let's go back to Proverbs 24. Okay? Let's read verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. Okay? Be not envious against evil men. All right? Don't be like you want to be a part of that. Dang, I like what he got going on. Okay? You want him to be like him. Be not thou envious against evil men. Absalom was an evil man. These wicked men that are in these camps, that are leading these camps, wrong. These people wrong in these camps, they're evil men. They're not good men. It doesn't matter how much times they get on the mic and say they love Jesus, or even they say they love YAHAWAH, right? And they dress in their garments. It doesn't even matter. And when they walk around with t-shirts with fringes on them, but they acting like they holy. They're evil men. They're wicked men. Okay? They're not part of the house of David for real. Okay? It's a line drawn in the sand of who's righteous and who's wicked. Who's following righteousness and who's following wickedness. We see that at forefront. So when the elders and apostles sit out there and rebuke you, okay, we speaking of these leaders, okay, we speaking of ones that come on the mic and acting as though they know what they're speaking about, right? But we know deep in their hearts, they're not with this for real because they don't even understand it. They don't want to do it. So when they rebuke you, you shouldn't even have nothing else to say. You should just go ahead and accept it because you're not following the 100% doctrine that the Lord YAHAWAH Bashem YAHWAH set out. You see? Be not thou envious against evil men, neither desire to be with them. You see that? Well, guess what? That's what those people of Absalom was doing. They desired to be with him, to follow him. And look what happened. For their heart study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. You see that? Their hearts, their mind. It's nothing but wickedness in it. There's no righteousness in it. It's nothing good could come out of an evil man. It's nothing good that could come out of an evil situation unless the Lord YAHAWAH Bashem YAHWAH has set it up for you to come up out of that. But if you're just a regular one out there who's being tossed to and fro, and you just going on with whatever doctrine that fits your spirit, the type of person you are, then hey, you're subject to follow after evil men. For their heart study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. Okay? He spoke wickedly of his own father. He already killed his brother. We're talking about Absalom, the one who stole the hearts of men. When the scriptures tell you thou shalt not steal, what you thought it was just speaking of just about taking somebody's candy? Think he was just talking about taking somebody's wife? No. It's other forms of these commandments, which is going to be spiritual. And by you sitting out there speaking these wicked things, drawing the people in, they was already wicked. The Lord is telling you this. For their heart study of destruction. You study nothing but destruction. All you want to do is destroy. You're not here to uplift or edify your people. You looking for your own. This is a self-will thing that Absalom has set up. For their heart study destruction, and their lips talk of mischief. Through wisdom is in a house builded, and by understanding it is established. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Okay? So basically, if you evil, okay, you're going to follow after an evil man. And he's going to be able to seduce you. And when he's able to seduce you, he's going to capture your heart. And wherever your heart is where your treasure is. Okay? Let's close out on this. Let's go to 2 Corinthians. Go to 2 Corinthians. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Salakia. Okay? Let's go to 2 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians. Salakia. 1 Corinthians chapter 6. And let's start at verse 9. Because see, back in the day, the regular thievery, your hands getting chopped off. Or you're going to be killed for taking something that don't belong to you. In this society right now, when you steal something, what is that? That's burglary, right? That's theft of property. Okay, you're going to be reprimanded for that in the eyes of Esau Edom. You're going to jail, or you're going to get a hefty fine. You see, even his laws is set up. We speaking of Esau, is set up behind our laws. He's not slick, but he's going to steal you. We could have got on that conversation about it, but we already did that early in the week. And remember, although the laws and statutes are set up here on earth as a doctrine to be founded in the earth, but it's only for them Israelites. It's only for us. We were the only ones that was on the mountain that was given these laws, statutes, and commandments to abide by. Okay? But Esau, because he want to act as though he's God, he's spiritual, right? He want to act like this and that. He uses our laws, statutes, and commandments in his law system. You see? 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 9. There's a repercussion for every sin. Anything we go off on, there's a repercussion for that. Okay? Certain punishments you're not going to be able to be in those chariots because you was an habitual offender and you never came to the point of repentance. Thou shalt not steal. Well, what happens to a thief? What's going to happen to a thief when the Lord comes back? If you have not repented from your ways and the Lord had now already handpicked you to repent, to come up out of your ways, right? Let's see what happens to them. Verse 9, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Be not deceived, okay? Be not deceived. He said all unrighteousness is not going to inherit the kingdom. Meaning that when the chariots come, you're not going to be beamed up in there. Okay? You're going to have to taste this form of death right here on earth. Then you'll come back in the kingdom. Speaking of the Israelites, then you'll come back in the kingdom. And you'll get the full inheritance of what the Lord had already promised to all Israel. Okay? But you 2/3, you unrighteous ones, you're going to have to take the dust here first. Okay? So it says, be not deceived. Don't let these people in these churches lie to you. Don't let these people in these Israelite other camps lie to you about what you can be able to do and not do. And thinking that the Lord is you're going to be covered by the Lord. That they're lying to you. He's telling you don't be deceived. Neither fornicators, no idolaters, no adulterers, no effeminate, no abusers of themselves with mankind. Verse 10, nor thieves. You see that? Nor thieves. Thieves, if you're a thief, you're being put in this group right here. Let's keep reading so you can understand your outcome. Nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers. That's all you club hoppers. Okay? That's all you Mardi Gras goers. That's all of that. Any type of form of exclusive partiness where you're getting drunk, you don't know what you got going on with yourself. And even if you're not getting drunk, you're out there partying, participating with it. He's speaking to those people too. Okay, let's get back on stay on the thieving part though. No extortioners, that's a thief too, shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High. You're not going to make it. You're through. You're finished. Thou shalt not steal. He means that. Don't steal. Don't take nothing that don't belong to you. No, nothing material or nothing spiritual. The hearts of men belong to the Lord YAHAWAH B'Shem Yahushua, not you. And your deceitful acts, your deceitful works, your deceitful messages that you deliver out here to our people, and we speaking of all you wicked Israelite men that does not follow and give out the 100% doctrine, the Lord is going to deal with you. You have a lot of blood on your hand. You stole, just like Absalom has stole, the hearts of men. You got these men trying to battle in conversation, in debate about what's right and what's wrong when they already been given what's right, what's wrong through the apostles of Great Millstone on down. It's simple. You got these women, okay, that are under that spell of these men. And you know what? A lot of us going to come out of there. But see, some of them that come out ain't all together though. So as the elders and the brothers say, listen, be careful about that too. Because Isaiah 4:1 is approachly coming. But the Lord said, thou shalt not steal. Okay? And with that being said, I'm going to give all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, B'Hashem, Yahawashi, B'Hashem, or Hakadash. And until next time, Shalom.